Don't know if we can trust Busby the gnome, but I want to.
I loved your mother. She was one of the most intriguing specimens of righteous indignation I've ever known. You have some of her in you. Then he kind of smiles and nods. And he walks past you.
Riona and her new gift.
I can do this now. Produce flame.
That's why we all look as confused and angry as we are.
As you go, produce flame. Your fire comes out of both of your palms. Bright green.
Bright green. Interesting new color, Riona.
That's new.
I've seen that color before.
I recently just saw that color too.
My character really wants to be friends with everyone.
A lot easier than barrels.
Well, are you going to give us some gold for the extra barrels? It would help us on the road.
I've already given you things. I don't really...
How about a trade? I reach in corset and I pull a tiny pocket-sized book.
Good Lord, how much do you carry in that corset?
It's quite amazing how much I can fit in there. I even fit a gnome. Would you like a ride?
I'm good, thank
I
you.
highly recommend it.
I hand him the little book.
Not swing that way or anyway, so I'm good.
Very tiny notebook, and when he flips through it, it's all handwritten poems, and on the front is the quote that she has, and it's written not in her handwriting, it's not written in her father's handwriting, and it's written very feminine handwriting.
Okay.
It's the only book she has left, and she's giving it to him.
Do you explain that to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Book of poems that I've had since I was a child.
He takes the book from your hands and opens it up to see the handwriting. And he's just silent.
Trade? I know you'll keep it safe. Man of knowledge.
After a moment, without going through any of the rest of the book, just looking at the inside leaf, his eyes meet yours, and there are unshed tears. Closes it, grabs your hand, puts the book in your hand. Never part with something so precious.
I just wanted to remind you. You know, favorite last line, laughed hard, run fast, be kind. Pretty sure you've heard those words before.
Never could quite live up to them, but... yeah. Walks over.
Three.
I believe it's 3.
That we know of.
Yeah, that we actually
That we've seen.
When you're a doctor who
we
knows.
can guarantee.
Well, that's exciting. Very
Yes.
well.
You're gonna run, aren't you?
Don't
Don't move.
You were about to tell us where Max was?
Riona, little lasso around the waist of the vines and stuff. Maybe, I don't know, hog time so he can't go anywhere.
Oh, sweet, darling little... I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. That's not a good idea, especially in my own home.
I'm gonna kneel. I'm gonna put my hands out, taking his hand, just one. I'm gonna look at him, and I'm just gonna look at him and say, growing up, I found a book, and written inside the front page, I was never able to tell whose handwriting it was. And it said, never be cruel, never be cowardly. Always try to be nice and never forget to be kind. Laugh hard, run fast, but be kind. If you have to run, can you at least leave us with information?
I can do something. Are you all going to pursue this, or are you going to do the right thing, the intelligent thing, and run?
Do we look like an intelligent bunch to you?
I
Well,
never accused you.
I want to go home.
Riona, you look like a giant red panda that's trying to hump an owlbear. Butt up in the air, head down, growling as best as you can.
Hey, now wait a minute.
Very, very fluffy tail.
Very fluffy tail, bushed poof, in anger and trying to intimidate with your cuteness. But there are still...
The story of the shrew on a shoe.
I am on the shoe.
You're on the shoe.
Okay. And
All
that's
right.
where I will end my turn.
All right. So, after
There once
Rihanna,
was a shrew on a shoe.
there was. Torsten.
No, I'm going to just bonus action. I am going to shift into a shrew
Going tiny.
because then I can go under because it's just off the ground. I can
Yep.
go doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
said,
As a farmer, you would know what a shrew is. So yeah, absolutely.
and have it pulled up. It has a movement speed of 30 feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to shrew my way to the guy that is not being held, and I would like to go up his pant leg.
So are you being
No, the guy that's not being held is asleep right now.
right?
Oh,
He's
okay.
So
The
are
one that's
you-
the one
the one that's being held?
the one that's being held. I'd like to go up his pant leg.
Okay. So here's the thing. You still have to get across the rough terrain.
Well, that you said it was off the ground just a little, and so as a shrew, I'm gonna be underneath it.
You're gonna
Not
try to
going
go
over
underneath it.
Yeah, I'm trying
Give
to
me
wiggle my way through.
a wiggle check, doing a rusty move. Gotcha.
Basically, I
let's
learned
see.
from the best.
Right. So you feel like, okay, maybe being big wasn't good enough. So small. What's small? And a shrew pops in your head, and you begin to shrink down into your shrew form. You hop off the back of Scrack and give me a dexterity check or an acrobatics check. I would like to see acrobatics personally.
I'm doing acrobatics for 13.
13 will work. 13 will work. You're just going under it, trying to do like a soldier, kind of just doing the trench move. You managed to avoid the majority of it.
I just
So I will
don't want to
say
lose
that
my movement speed, basically.
As small as you are, coupled with the fact that the spikes are raised off the ground, yeah, I'll say that you are able to move.
Do I get to his pant leg and go up?
30 feet, you'd get to him.
I'm just on his shoe.
Yeah, we'll say you're on a shoe.
Just so I know where I am. On the
Yeah.
shoe.
You're on the shoe.